Now, there is a growing divide between the young and the old in the UK, with people from different generations leading increasingly separate lives. That's what MPs have been told today. They've been looking at research which shows that both old and young are among the most likely in society to feel lonely. As part of our Crossing Divides season, Alison Holt has been looking at the work being done to bring generations together.
I get exercise, plus it's a little feel-good thing when I visit Denis.
When Vivian starts a run, she knows her coach Denis is waiting at the other end. She belongs to a charity called the GoodGym, and this run is helping tackle the increasing problem of loneliness faced by both young and old.
Hello.
It's very cold out there.
It's a bit chilly.
78-year-old Denis is called her coach because he's the motivation for the run. Since having a stroke, he's found it difficult to get about, so the visits are important.
Well, I'd be like a hermit. I'd just sort of give up. That is what people do, really, the older people.
How do you like being Vivian's coach?
Oh, yeah. I'm somebody again.
Do you think that's where the double-deck bus came from?
And Denis's stories of growing up in London's East End help Vivian, whose family's in Australia, feel rooted in her new home.
He's a really great storyteller. It's also really interesting just to hear his way of thinking and like the different values and things like that. Yeah, it's always a bit of a treat, a bit of a surprise every time.
There'll soon be more than 50 such gyms providing grassroots support for people like Terry Grant,
Hi, Terry. What's your name?
Who's recently returned from hospital and needs his garden clearing. He believes initiatives like this that connect the generations are vital.
It's a lifeline. If you do not talk, you never understand, you never learn.
Tell me why you feel it's a lifeline, Terry.
Human beings need to mix with one another.
Over 1 million people in the UK who are over 60 are always or often lonely. Instead of just saying, oh, you're old and lonely, you need help, what we're saying is, why don't you help us to get fitter?
Projects like this bring different generations together, helping people understand more about each other's lives. And that's an idea that's really taking hold.
Do you remember taking records to parties?
People licking them.
Manchester Cares is another expanding charity tackling the same sort of issues by getting people involved. This Desert Island Discs evening brings neighbours of different ages together.
I suppose I've been in Manchester 3 years now, and I was kind of like, I barely know anybody either, so it felt like a good way to meet other people as well.
You don't think younger and older people can mix these days, but they do if they try.
Younger people can have hundreds and hundreds of interactions or connections in our social media age, but not that many roots in their community. And these two groups are often living side by side, so we bring those two demographics together.
Evenings like this break down barriers, but with different generations living increasingly separate lives, the big challenge is to get many more people taking that first step. Alison Holt, BBC News.